Namaskar. My name is Arunima Kumar and I'm a Kuchipudi dancer, teacher and choreographer based in London. I'm very excited to talk to you about Kuchipudi, which is one of the Indian classical dance forms. Kuchipudi is an ancient Indian classical dance form which dates back around 700 years ago. Yeah, that long ago. It originates from a village in the southern state of India, which is called Andhra Pradesh. The village itself is called Kuchipudi or Kuchelapuram, which is by the river Krishna in the Godavari district. And the interesting thing is that it was originally performed and taught only by male Brahmins, as women were not allowed to dance. So unlike other dance forms, for example, Bharatanatyam, it was a Devadasi dance tradition. Kuchipudi, only male Brahmins used to dance. And these male Brahmins used to dance in a group dance theatre format. So it was a Natya Mela tradition, which is a dance drama tradition, very similar to our Western operatic style of dance theatre. And these groups of male Brahmins or dancers used to travel from village to village depicting dance dramas, mostly taken from mythology and ancient texts and epics, and always ending in a good moral value as a takeaway. So the messaging was very important at the end of a Kuchipudi performance, and therefore it is quite spiritual in nature. It also got very popular around the Bhakti movement, and therefore it has many beautiful songs from the life of Lord Krishna. For example, Krishna Shabdam is a beautiful piece which is a poem on Lord Krishna, where the Naika is very innocent and she wants to charm him. What does one do when he has so many gopis following him? And how beautifully she enacts it, and takes most beautiful flowers from the forest, prepares fresh sandalwood paste, but then he doesn't come. And then she explains his beauty and personality. Ratnakara Samagambhira, you are as deep as the Ratnakara ocean. You are more beautiful than 1,000 cupids. And oh my Lord, if I have done any mistake, please forgive me, but please do accept my love. So such beautiful poems where always the finale ends with a spiritual meaning or some level of symbolism. Because male dancers used to dance this, they used to dress up as women and perform female roles. So Stree Vesham is a very important characteristic of Kuchipudi. Even now, many male dancers in Kuchipudi, dress up and perform female roles, and it is incredible. You will never be able to tell the difference between the two. So these groups of villagers used to perform, and one day the Golconda ruler, the Nawab, he witnessed this performance, and he was so happy to see this performance that he gifted the village of Kuchipudi to the villagers and made them free of taxes. It was an akvarahara, which basically meant that from that day they would propagate Kuchipudi but be free of taxes. Another important event in Kuchipudi was Siddhendra Yogi, a very famous poet who worked with selected young male Brahmins and taught them Indian classical dance, Indian classical music, as well as the knowledge of Vedas, and they used to perform his famous poem Parijata Katha, which is commonly known as Bhamakalapam. It also was performed over many days, and the end is very significant because at the end, she has to lose her arrogance in order to be one with the divine. Because it originates in Andhra Pradesh, the language used in the traditional text is Telugu or Sanskrit, but of course now we work with different Sahitya. Kuchipudi is also very complete in all its dimensions because it takes all the aspects of Natya Shastra. So a Kuchipudi dancer, as part of her training, learns the adubus or steps, and also learns all the elements of Natya Shastra, including the hastas or the hand gestures, the double hand gestures, the eye movements, the neck movements, the brow movements, and so on. In Indian dance, especially dance forms like Kuchipudi, every part of the body dances. For this reason, it is also very complete in all aspects of dance, which is Nritta, which is the rhythmic element, the natya, which is the dramatic element, and the nritya, which is a combination. Even within Abhinaya, it is absolutely complete in all four dimensions. Very few other dance forms pay equal significance to all aspects, like Angikam, which is off the body, then Aharyam, which is the dress and the costume. For every piece, we might have a specific costume. And then, of course, the Satvikam, which is very important, and the Vachikam, which is a spoken word. So, a Kuchipudi dancer can also speak while dancing as well as sing while dancing. So you have to be complete in your knowledge of music, dance, text, spoken word while dancing, which is quite a challenge, but I think it is wonderful to have a complete set of information as a dancer. The iconic piece that we have is where we dance and paint while dancing. So you create a chitra or a painting at the end of a performance. I have also done performances where at the end I have created a painting. Mostly you create a painting of a god or goddess, again to demonstrate our offering of dance to the divine. So there are many beautiful pieces. I can go on for days about Kuchipudi, but these are some important elements in this dance form. My own teacher, my Guruji, Padma Shri Guru Jaya Ramarao, he hails from this village of Kuchipudi, and he's also part of the family tradition and generation of dancers. It is also believed that Siddhendra Yogi extracted a promise from the village that every family will dedicate one dancer, one male dancer who will learn and propagate this dance form, and this tradition exists till today. So if you go to this village in Andhra Pradesh, you will be immersed in art. You will see deities being worshipped through dance, everybody singing, dancing, teaching, and it is quite fascinating. So nowadays, because it is very popular among women. I also perform in dance Kuchipudi. We have famous Kuchipudi dancers who are women, so it's gone through many transitions over years. And I would love to show you a wonderful Kuchipudi performance, and I hope you will enjoy watching Kuchipudi performances with a little bit of knowledge that I have shared. So first, standing with feet close together, sama position, back straight and absolute focus. With hands in namaste position, elbows up, back straight. You stamp your right foot open into, so we open our body, mind and heart, and take one step forward, pointing to the sky, take the vibrations and blessings. And then second step, mind. Third step, join the feet. Then we open the feet and go all the way down, which we call Mulvandi. Take the blessings of the earth, and then open the arms once again, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That is the traditional Namaste. Once again, stay that down, stay hit that down, stay he, stay that down, stay. Kuchipudi has a very buoyant movement, so it's very up-down, nice, beautiful lyrical swings, which is quite different to the other dance forms. So I will show you 1 or 2 steps which demonstrate this swing. So the first is again opening up the arms. So stay down, stay down, stay down, stay. Mostly we use a high speed, so a fast speed, Uttamalaya. So let's go. Another important aspect is jump. So we use lots of jumps in Kuchipudi, and of course, keep them very, very sharp, yet very, very graceful. So we will now do Tam Digi Digi Tai, which is one of the first steps that we learn. So we use the Kataka Mukam Hasta, again elbows up, back straight, and then half sitting or Arumanti position, and we're going to take 2 jumps, and then walk, and then hold. 1, 2, 3, and 4. So let's go faster. Tam Digi Digi Tai, that's 8. Tam Digi Digi Tai, is again very unlike other dance forms. The Kuchipudi torso is very rounded and it can also go to the side and come back. So Bharatanatyam is quite linear, whereas Kuchipudi has these beautiful dots that we join with the torso while keeping the body very, very sharp and engaged. So I will give you an example of Didditai step. So normally Didditai in Bharatanatyam we will just do a straight and back. In Kuchipudi we will go dip, dip, step down with the up down. Dip, stay, dip, dip, stay, dip, dip, stay. And again there's a cross Didditai. So here we're going to stretch our arms. Dip, dip, stay, 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 dip, dip, stay. Kuchipudi also has very beautiful walks. So every character has their own walk or their own characterizations. And this is called Praveshadalu, very characteristic of the style. So for example, when Satyabhama enters, she is this beautiful, glamorous, arrogant wife of Lord Krishna and absolutely bejeweled, and she has many reasons to be arrogant and proud. So when she is entering, she first carries a veil and she will enter with this particular gait. So, tatte, dhannatte janu tatte, dhanna janu tatte. Dhannatta janu tatte, dhanna janu. And then tatte, dhannatta janu tatte, dhanna janu tatte, dhannatta janu tatte, dhanna janu tatte. Whereas if Hiranyakashipu, the demon, is entering, then his characterization will be very different. So dhannatta janu tatte, dhanna janu tatte, dhannatta janu tatte. In those days they used to travel as groups, but nowadays we have moved to a solo dance tradition. Also females have adopted Kuchipudi for many years, and many famous Kuchipudi female dancers are there. And so in terms of now depicting different characters, only one dancer has the challenge of doing that. So this is called Ekaharya Abhinay, and if you are depicting, say, Parvati, you show a Parvati, and again in full body and mind, it has to be embodied. If you show Shiva within the same dance piece, you show Shiva. So for example, we have a piece called Ardhanarishwar where one half is Parvati and one half is Shiva. And this is quite a challenge because the dancer has to switch between both the embodiments very fast. But once you're trained, it is very, very beautiful, both in terms of a learning experience as well as in terms of a spiritual experience. So let me just give you an example. So while Parvati is like a champa flower, has locks, matted locks of hair. While Parvati is wearing beautiful jewelry and necklaces, Shiva is covered with snakes and ashes. So in this way, many beautiful images are described in the Kuchipudi format. Another important item in Kuchipudi, which is very specific to the style, is Tarangam, where a dancer renders rhythmic, complex footwork on the edges of a brass plate. Now this is not just for entertainment. So it's not just to show, of course, the skill of the dancer, but the symbolism that life is like a journey on this boat. And this is an ocean of life. And if you remain focused and pure to what you do, then you will succeed. So again, if I can show you a brief demonstration. So in this way, we also have Tarangam. Dancers also use a filled pot of water and balance pose. There are many different characteristics of Kuchipudi, and I hope you have enjoyed a small glimpse. Thank you so much, Aishwarya, for joining me on this improvisation of a few of the steps. And if you have any questions, please feel free to reach out to me on kuchipudi.akdc@gmail.com. Wishing you a very happy Diwali. Thank you very much. Namaste.